Maybe I should do mock open mics just to get a feel for the walking around while I tell my jokes. Ooh, walnuts, first ingredient, then cranberries, then pumpkin seeds, raisins, cashews, hazelnuts, whatever those are. Ooh, oil and salt. Those should be the first ingredients. Just a bag of oil and salt. Oily salt in a bag. It sounds delicious. So what's the difference between a hazelnut and a filbert and a macadamia? They all look alike.
Welcome, little one. This is your first day. Your designation will be RP-01/138. We expect great things from you. You have been born into dangerous times. A sharp mind can be the key to survival. But as often as not, it will be your inherent physical traits that win the day. And in this regard, you will be superior to your more common brethren. For you are a commando, an elite unit, something truly special. Your weapons, your armor, and most importantly, your brothers. The Eifer of our world hunt in pods to bring down much larger prey. So too shall you join with 3 brothers and become fierce hunters for the Republic. Now, join your pod and embrace your destiny as their leader. Join Delta Squad. Delta 40, your foundation, a pure and uncomplicated soldier. 6-2, the heart and soul of your team. And 07, the fiercest hunter of all your brothers. You are each a piece of a whole person. And the Republic will call you to defend and give your lives if need be.
Sergeant, get those troopers into the gunship! Ready for liftoff!
I wonder why it's a square. Widescreen and full screen.
New gunship! Okay, Group B, let's move it! Let's go! Push those cannons to the stern! Load the ammo and the ordnance! Let's go! Let's go!
Sir, we're gonna split up for the drop, but we'll meet you at the RV on Geonosis. See you planetside, sir!
Surveillance vessels approaching not stare off 1,000 kilometers. Has not responded to signals, but is believed to be a Techno-Union armed transport. Location vessel appears to be taking action. Stand by.
Welcome to Geonosis, 3-8. It's nice to see they finally unhooked you from the simulators. I've been assigned as your advisor, and will be your eye in the sky until further notice, or we all get killed. Once you are on the ground, you will rendezvous with Delta Squad. Delta 6-2 is nearby. Your first objective is to find him and link up. The squad objective remains: find Sun Fac and eliminate him. I will be issuing further orders as you go. Good luck, Commando.
Chief Lieutenant Sun Fac must be eliminated. We then inserted separately. into the war-torn gladiatorial arena and areas beyond. Must find and effect Sunfax removal. I'll meet up and effect the removal by any means. Necessary ones. Oh, I guess that's a picture of the guy. There's an eyeball, smile, some sort of mustache, I guess.
Okay, we're above the LZ. Hook in.
Look out!
I will be providing you with support and tactical information as necessary. Tactical information will be displayed on your heads-up display as holographic projections. Text communications will be displayed in this area. Here are your orders. Your primary target is the Geonosian leader, Sunfac. Delta lead, it is absolutely vital that Sunfac not escape. Delta lead, are you alright? You just took an anti-infantry round. Your vitals don't look very good. Heal yourself with Bacta before you go any further. There's a medical station in your vicinity.
To use the... Oh yeah, continue without hints. Use the thing. Hold the use button until your health is restored.
Proceed to the next Bacta station and plug in. You'll see a tall device with a cross on it. Your vitals are scanning 100%. You are ready to proceed.
They're in the trench! Pull back together, Victor! Pull back!
New objective uploaded. Get over to the crashed gunship. Updating location to objective tracker. The objective tracker will point towards your next target. 3-8, secure the area in front of the crashed gunship. Well done, 3-8. Move to the next waypoint.
We need a medic over here!
Hey, 3-5, check it out! Commandos!
If they're anything as good as I hear, they can practically win the war themselves.
Sir, you're heading into enemy territory. It's thick with droids and bugs. We're erecting barricades as a makeshift defense perimeter.
Droids approaching your position.
Hostiles have broken our lines.
Moving to superior position.
This trench leads to the rear of the enemy lines. There is a gun position near your location preventing our troops from advancing. Recommend you take the thermal detonator grenades from the ammo pallet and destroy that gun position.
Hostile unit deallocated.
Grenades have been added to your inventory. Excellent. Now lob the grenades at that gun position. Very impressive, 3-8. Delta lead, squad mate 6-2 is in your vicinity. You should be coming up on him shortly.
Destroyed a human.
Woohoo! Eat plasma, you
behind the turret emplacement.
6-2 ready to go, sir. I'm linking up to your HUD, boss.
Those sonic turrets are tearing our troopers apart. Lead, I have uploaded a demolition placement location to your visor.
Droid blasted.
Scorch, I need you to demo that bunker for me.
Good. I'm dying to blow something up. Can I have some cover here?
Just get us inside without killing the
Heads up,
squad,
squad.
okay,
Warrior
Scorch?
is approaching your position.
The charge is set and ready to detonate. It's all yours, boss.
Destroyed a human.
Advisor, we've got some heavy artillery over here.
Gunship Harkin, en route.
Hostile unit deallocated.
Powering up.
Press on, Commandos. I will continue to monitor your progress from the gunship and provide you with information as necessary. Reinforcements are currently unavailable, so watch each other's backs. Remember, Delta Lead, your ultimate objective is Sun Fac, but your immediate objective is to rendezvous with Delta 4-0.
Heading for cover. Go, go! Bugs!
Targeted unit.
Squad leader, good shot.
Delta 4-0 is on the other side of this door. Place a charge and blow it. I'll warn him to step back.
Setting charge. Need some cover, squad. I can't rush this, you know?
Hey.
The charge is set and ready to detonate. It's all yours, boss.
Take cover, Deltas.
I love that sound. Nice.
Uploading and linking with your visor, sir.
How's it going, Growmiez? Let's see. Fixer Squad 40 has a knack for slicing computer systems to bypass security. His preferred weapon is the Katarn Armor Gauntlet Pyro Blade.
Delta Lead, advise you task 4-0 with slicing that security shield. He is supremely qualified. Your squad status and location is displayed here.
3, 2, 1. I've accessed the network.
Security
Let's
shield
go.
disabled, we're in.
Bugs!
No, you
Incoming!
know, I was playing that game, but I was having trouble getting it to do the full screen. Which apparently I'm having trouble getting this one to do the full screen. Got me weirded out. Wonder if I can, wonder if I can adjust that. Hold on, let me see if I can change something. Maybe I can change something in the properties of the game capture. I don't know, cause it's supposed to be full screen. It is for me, and it's widescreen, you know. But it's showing it as like a 4:3, but it's supposed to be like a 4:2.5 or something like that. 1.5 by 4. Oh, it's back, but yeah. Hey, you want to see my my stand-up routine? It's not that great yet, but you know, I'm getting there.
You're nearing a secure door leading to the hangar. Activity in the hangar suggests that they are unaware of your presence. I advise slicing the controls to this door and entering quietly via a door slice maneuver.
Down and out.
I mean, I did great. I got a lot of laughs.
This one's down.
But there's a lot of room for like compared to the pros. There's a lot of room for improvement.
Let's go in quietly.
Watch my back for a tick. Almost done here.
You've heard most of
That's
the
a
jokes.
clean
already.
slice, sir. Ready for entry. Bugs!
I got good material. I just need to work on stage
Nice shot.
presence and delivery.
Reloading.
Blast out! Target eradicated.
Dead meat.
Advisor, we've located a pair of Geonosian fighters in the hangar.
We don't want them to be used against us. Destroy them. Target uploaded to your objective tracker.
I did an open mic at an actual real comedy club.
Get clear!
Oops.
Enemy droid sighted. Destroyed a fed droid.
Powering up.
It's getting a little dark here.
Delta Squad, switch to visor mode.
Let's form up.
Forming up, boss. Killed that one.
Secure that position.
Yes, sir.
Let's form up.
Forming up, boss.
Take offensive formation.
Roger that.
Delta Squad forming up.
Forming up, sir.
Why do we always get the tough jobs?
Droid, quit the chatter, Deltas.
Switching
Okay.
to night vision.
There we go.
Squad leader, solid shot.
Had to find the button.
I'm out. Reloading.
Droid down.
Rule number one. Kill them before they kill you.
Yeah, I recorded it. It was cool. I asked them if I could record it, and they said yeah. And that was cool. You know what was kind of funny is that, like, in this this Facebook group called Displaced Comedians, people are always talking about
Switch
open
off that
mics.
visor, Delta. It's plenty bright in here.
Aye, sir.
Good, now use the demo charge to clear the path.
They're like talking
Initiate
about
radical
burner shows.
restructuring, Commander.
Scorch, priming charge. Cover me. Priming? Explosives?
Why do you keep walking?
Need a reload here.
Charge is hot, sir.
Stand back, Deltas.
Nice.
You keep talking about
To the scrap heap.
bringer shows, like
Dead,
open
they're still
mics where
creepy.
you have to bring people
Good
to
one,
be
sir.
able to get mic time, and people complain about that and all that, and it's just kind of funny because I walked in there and the guy's like who's this gentleman? And I told him my name, and then he's like, did you bring anyone?
Moving to
Delta
cover.
Lead, you need to keep your squad focused and under your direction. Use your squad commands to get results.
But the next
We've
question,
intercepted communications from Sunfac's planning room. He's
The next
located
question
one
he
level below
asked
your current
was,
position. The Geonosians are aware of your presence and are on high alert. Expect heavy resistance.
okay, it is pretty loud. Let me see if I can turn that down. I went in there and he said, who's this gentleman? And I told him my name, and then he said, did you bring anyone? And I said no, and then the next question was, where did you come from? So he knew that, you know, since I'm traveling, it's hard to get people to come out. Especially to an open mic night. But that's what people talk about. So I guess in the bigger cities, it's hard to get mic time. Depending on the open mic, like some open mics, they don't have a time limit. This one was 5 minutes. But it's hard to get mic time because there's so many comedians. And in order to get people to have mic time, then they have bringer requirements, so you have to bring friends or paying customers, and it was $5 to get in down there.
Feeling better now.
Unless you're a paying comedian, or unless you're a comedian, then they let you in for free. So that was cool, but like I understand that it's pretty hard to run a comedy club to begin with, for a lot of reasons, like from a business perspective. And so I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I'm gonna tip really well. So, you know, I bought a drink, and it was $5, and I gave the guy a $5 tip on top of it, so I paid $10 for a $5 drink, but it was worth it because I didn't have to pay $5 to get in. So, I mean, really, I was at a discount. And if you think about it this way, homies, like, you know, if you're like going to a comedy show on the weekend and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna have a couple drinks, I'm gonna see a comedian, and then we'll go home and we'll have, you know, it'll be a good time. It's that same thing, except instead of seeing a comedian, I got to be a comedian. So it was fun, you know, in that sense. And in one sense, I'm like, I don't want to have to do stuff. But in the other sense, it's exciting. It's exciting to get up there and you know, do my stuff. And people laughed. So that made me feel really good. It is a tough business to make it in. Well, okay, so here's what I was thinking, Growmiez, is that the comedy business is kind of like you're selling water. And your jokes are the water. And your stage presence and your joke delivery are like the gas station and the bottle. So you can have a really nice brand new gas station with a cold fridge and a fancy glass bottle with a gold label on it. But if the water, the jokes, suck, nobody's going to buy it. Nobody's going to drink it. But if you got good enough water, people will go to a gas station bathroom faucet to drink it. It's got to be some pretty good water, but, you know, they'll go there to drink it, you know. So it's like the most important thing is the jokes, the water. After that, you can work on your stage presence and delivery, which is what I'm working on. It was basically using your hands to scoop it out of the bathroom faucet, but it's really good water. So, you know, my jokes are good. I got good jokes. I get to be a comedian and see other comedians. Yeah, exactly. You get to be a comedian. Yeah, that's the fun part. I mean, you know, you get to see other people, and then you get to go up on stage and do it, and it's exciting. I mean, it's like playing pretend, but actually, it's you know, there's real opportunity there. And since I'm a clean comedian, then I've got more opportunities. It's like there's a lot of comedians, lots and lots of comedians, but there's not very many clean comedians. So I got that going for me. The fact that I can tell jokes more places, like, you know, a library or a church. And I think if I keep working on it, then I'll get better and better. I'll get better material. Who knows? Could actually be something. Meet other guys. Maybe get good food back. Feed food. Same difference. Let's see. I'll go ahead and show you. I'll show you my jokes. My jokefulness. My jokefulity. Where's it at? See if I can bring it up. There we go. It's not real easy to hear because, I mean, I gotta give you the setup. So here's the kind of the sucky part is that the only people there were other comedians and like 3 other people. So it's a room of like 13 people and 10 of them are comedians and they're all focused on their set, you know. And this dude, this dude's really cool. I wish I had got his name and gave him a follow on socials and all that just because he was really nice. And the guy after him was really nice too. He was like, "Oh, look at this guy. I don't know if he's 14 or 40. Is he gonna be the next president or America's Next Top Model?" He was really cool. I was like, this guy's cool. But this gentleman here, the host, he was talking about how he's talking about how it works. You know, there's an open mic. It's not the same as the weekend. The weekend crowd's different. You know, our comedy bar is up here, so most people don't laugh. The weekend comedy bar is down here, so a lot of people laugh. And you're here to work on your jokes. And he's like, most comedians aren't even focused on you telling your jokes. They're thinking about their set, and so on and so forth. So, anyways, that's what's going on. It's a tough crowd. So you got to think about that. And it went away. Where's it at?
Downey.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? There it is. Okay.
Downey.
I should have done my dancing jokes right there. I could have slipped those in.
A couple of pieces of news. There's a local optometrist who's offering eyeglasses for pirates, claiming they'll be ready in about an hour. It's May 4th, so it's Star Wars Day. They've revealed an invisible robot named C-3PO. Staying in the news, I swear. Let's see. Trying to work through this. I'm new to this. I want to give a shout out to all the new comedians. Really awesome, great job. I got to give another shout out to a comedian I'm a fan of, is Rodney Dangerfield. You know, I got to give him a shout out because he deserves some respect. He never gets any respect. That's like me. I don't get no respect. Like a while ago, I went to the bank and I was wearing a mask, and they said, "Sir, you need a bigger mask that covers more of your face." I said, "But this one's doctor recommended." They said, "We just don't want to look at you." No respect. It's bad out there. You know, it was so bad the swallows won't come back from Capistrano. It's so bad the kids are saying, "Do we have to be there yet?" It's so bad the Dalai Lama washed his hands with antibacterial soap. But I'm kidding. It's actually good. It's getting good out there. It's so good the people have had to switch to their original excuses for skipping church. And I was raised in a Catholic church. You know, we sit, we stand, we kneel, we stand, we sit. I feel like I'm doing calisthenics. You know, I went to a church without all that. I started getting restless leg. And I learned I'm supposed to say grace before I eat, but do I have to say grace before I eat seconds? You know, and what about like dessert? Is there like dessert grace? Because that's honestly the part I'm most thankful for. I'd say dessert grace twice if I get to have dessert seconds. I do like to eat. You know, I subsist on the diet of dips, sauces, gravies, glazes, dressings, and toppings. And it's got me thinking, you know, you can really tell how well somebody's doing by the condiments they have in their fridge. Like if you got ranch and bacon ranch, you're doing okay. If you got Thousand Island dressing, you're worldly. And if the only condiment in your fridge is baking soda, you probably work as a comedian. I like it when my condiments do two things. Like when my moldy blue cheese will cool my hot wings and give me a dose of penicillin. Or like a Thousand Island dressing, you get a vacation and a better salad. If you combine Western dressing and ranch dressing, you get Dude Ranch dressing. And if you combine them all, that's American. And I have been eating a lot of condiments. I have been putting on weight. I'm trying to work it off, but I've been putting on extra weight because, you know, all this legal weed's giving me secondhand munchies. I don't even have to pay for it either. I just go to the gas station and wait for someone with tinted windows to open their car door. You know, you just roll up to a stoplight and roll your window down and ask the person next to you, you know, "Pardon me, could you pass the green Dijon?" People give it to you. It's great. You know, I saw a sign the other day from the fire department. It said I'm supposed to install smoke detectors on every level of my house. And I did that so I can tell if anybody's smoking without me. Problem is, I installed the Bluetooth smoke detectors that call the fire department automatically. Last time I lit up a doobie, the fire department came over and smoked on my weed. Almost done, I promise. I found, you know, when I drive in traffic and someone honks at me, I honk back longer so they know I'm more upset than they are. And I like to travel by blimp because it makes me look thinner. Okay, that's pretty much all. I got one more thing I want to try out, and you know, there's a lot of beautiful people in the audience tonight. But since you're in the front row, I'm gonna pick on you. You're gorgeous, and you know, if we're in a relationship, I'd protect you. Not from a fight, because I'm weak, but, you know, like a car insurance scam, be like, "She's not interested." Hang up before they get your credit card info. Thank you, Peoria. You're amazing.
Give it up for Jacob Downey. You remind me of like a young Liam Neeson. I don't know who you are. I'm going to tell you some jokes. You're going to laugh. Give it up for one more time. Jacob, where are you from?
Davenport.
How often do you come down here? I don't think I've ever seen you.
This is my first time.
First time here?
Yeah.
What have you been doing comedy?
like, this is my third time on stage.
Oh, nice, cool. All right, well, welcome to the jukebox, man. Give it up for
Thanks, man.
Guys, welcome to the stage, Carson Ray.
Love pirate jokes. Pretty good. Hey, thanks. Well, you know, I'm working on it. You know, I got good water. I need to work on the bottle and the gas station fridge. But I appreciate the compliments. That fuels me to try harder, you know. Did you practice so you know that you were going to be 5 minutes? I did actually put together a set and timed it. I timed it at about 10 minutes, and then I cut out a bunch of stuff, and that's how I got it down to 5 minutes. So I did actually hit my 5-minute mark. Good one at the end, thanks. That's actually a new joke. I haven't told that on the show yet. I'm going to tell that this week. That was better than I thought you'd be. Not bad. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, not bad for not remembering my set. Friggin' reading it right off the notepad. Sheesh. I mean, I could have had a much stronger stage presence, but I wasn't ready for it. Here's the feature this week. Nice green piece. Nice little green chrome dioxide. Little barrel shaped piece. That's the back of it. Here's the front of it. I like it. It's pretty. Oop. And I dropped it. I need to polish it a little bit more. I got it up to 1500 grit, and I'm gonna polish it up to a 2000. So that's the feature. Nice green, love that shade. That will get better with time. Stage presence. They laughed. Yeah, the last one killed. It was a good one to end on. I didn't even do my cell phone joke, which was a great one. I got a whole cell phone bit where I mentioned, oh, I gotta check my cell phone. Not because I forgot my jokes, it's just been 30 seconds. And, you know, I love my phone. Every time I get a new one, I tell myself, I'm not gonna drop it for a whole year. Wonder if that's what people say when they have a baby. And I see people have pop sockets, you know, but I haven't gotten one yet because I dropped my phone like a real man. You know, I actually like having a cracked screen. No, I like having a cracked screen because I find it provides a grippy texture. Those are my phone jokes for the moment. I could have told those. There's, what, 4 punchlines there? So, you know, that would have got a few more laughs in. I forgot to count my laughs per minute, but I think I'm up around 5 or 7, which is actually headliner grade. But then people talk about laughs per minute versus laughing per minute, like how many seconds of laughter per minute. So that's only around like 20 seconds, which is still really good. They say you should have 3 to 5 laughs per minute and about 18 seconds of laughter per minute to be a headliner. But really, I want to be like, you know, like Brian Regan or Jim Gaffigan, clean. And, you know, you can do a show with kids, with you know, people bring the kids out, and you can do that kind of show, or like people, you know, that they, you know, they dress up real nice and they come out to see it in a theater, you know, that kind of a show, that kind of stuff. That's what I want to get to. That's when you can actually make a career out of being a comedian. And there's a lot of ways to make money in comedy. But as far as doing stand-up goes, the money's in the theaters, not you know, comedy clubs. You get started in comedy clubs and stuff like that, and it's a lot of fun. Like I say, you know, since I'm not making money at it, the only real motivation at this point besides practice is two things. One is a fun night out. Unfortunately, it's usually during the week, which I'd rather it be on the weekend. You know, a fun night out on the weekend, that's fun. But in the middle of the week, who cares? But then the other cool thing is I get to make people laugh. So, you know, I enjoy that. I'm gonna do a video today. Tons of plants growing in the tent. Slowly breaking the light-dark ratio till it matches outside so I can transfer. Imagine you have to start at comedy clubs. Yep, number 2. That is number 1 actually, and then number 2 and 3 after that. So, you know, that's another thing. But that's one of the. I don't really mind that the open mics are during the weekdays. What I do want is the weekend crowd. I mean, you've been to the bar during the weekend. It's filled. And you've been to the bar during the week. Nobody's there. And so it's like I said, it's a tough crowd, you know. There's like nobody there. And most of the people were in the back. Like, there was a couple of tag backs I could have done. I thought about, you know, tagging a couple of the jokes that the other comedians had made. Like, one guy was talking about Trump with the nuclear button. And I was going to be like, Trump's a gangster. He probably has his finger on the button sideways. But I didn't really want to go there. I didn't want to be labeled as, you know, a political comedian. I'm a clean comedian, minus my my pot jokes. Couldn't really tell those to the kids. You know, that's like talking about drinking alcohol to the kids, you know. But then there was another comedian that had mentioned, it was I don't remember what she was talking about, but she was like, oh yeah, I you know, when I want a snack, I want something salty and crunchy. And I was like, if you want a snack that's salty and crunchy, come chew on my sheets. That's dirty. It's dirty, and I wasn't going there either, so. I just thought that was really funny. When you come down here, I'll take you to some really cool bars, and we can go to the comedy clubs. I thought that was yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Too much. It would have got a lot of laughs, you know, from the comedians, but that's not what I was there for. Plus, I was recording it. I wanted to have a decent, tight 5. Actually, yeah, Growmiez, if I drive out there, we gotta go to the comedy clubs. That would be really cool. I could, like, call some of the comedy clubs ahead of time and make sure I can get on stage, and that would be one of the cool things about having a clip that's better than this clip. So, you know, I'll see if I can do that. Maybe I can get like a microphone or something and have like a Bluetooth, you know, earpiece that would help me record the audio. Check out some of the famous spots like the Comedy Store. Oh, definitely, man. Chew on one of my hamper socks. Right. Yeah. That was wrong. But yeah. Anyways. Good stuff. I got some jokes along those lines, but let's see, what was one of them? You know, I told a joke and a girl in the front row spit her drink out all over my pants. And she was nice. She apologized for it. But I told her, that's okay. I'm single. I give a pass to any hot chicks who spit on me. Not that I'm into that sort of thing, but, you know, that's the most sex I've had in a month, so. The Laugh Factory. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Definitely, man. Because I hear there's some famous spots out there. And the cool thing is that, you know, I know somebody, so I'm not just driving out there by myself, which always sucks. Going, you know, like last night I was in Peoria by myself. Oh boy. Yay. Because after the comedy spot, I was so, you know, I was on top of the world, man. I mean, it felt great. But then I'm like I drove to the, and I used to live in Peoria, so I drove to a couple of my old haunts and you know, check things out. But other than that, it was like a Wednesday. So it's like, what do we do, you know? It's like, all right, I guess we'll just call it a day. If we go to the LA, we will have to get a hotel. That way we can drink a few burgers. Oh, definitely, man. We'll get something downtown. We'll get it on like booking.com or whatever, one of those hotels.com sites. I remember doing that in Chicago, and I got a beautiful room. Beautiful room. I was able to see Lake Michigan. We were like walking distance from Navy Pier, and it was on the 4th of July weekend during the Taste of Chicago. It was freaking fantastic, man. I mean, that was one of the best times in my life, probably. You know, that was a lot of fun. So I enjoyed that. That was really cool. Chicago is pretty cool. It's old. It's old. It's kind of New Yorkish old. It's not as big as you might think, but it is pretty big. There's a lot of people there. It's like, why don't you spread out? But, you know, it's cool. The only problem with Chicago is that you're constantly spending money. There's like a radius, and once your car is in there, you have to pay to park or be driving somewhere. So you're constantly spending money, non-stop, 24 hours a day. So it's like, when does it stop? It's outrageous. I want to say it was like $38 a night to park the car for 24 hours in a parking garage. And it was cool because it was right under the hotel. But, you know, now that would probably be like $60 or something. And then the other thing is gas in Illinois is really bad. It's probably really bad out there too, but it's like $4.50 a gallon. And I go over to Iowa, you know, and then it's like $3.70 a gallon. So, I mean, you're almost getting it like 25% off, you know. Actually, what is that? We'll do that math real quick. It's 3.75 by 4.5, 83 minus 1, 17% off. So yeah, back down around 5 a gallon now. Still outrageous. I remember when the virus hit, it went down to $1.07 a gallon. I could fill up. I couldn't even fit a $20 bill in my tank, man. That was freaking awesome. You could fill up for like 10, 15 bucks. No, Denver's not like that. There's places to park in Denver that are cheap. You know, they got parking meters that are like cheap and stuff like that, and you can drive out in the country a little way. You can drive like 10 miles and be out in the country. In Chicago, you gotta drive like 30 miles. It's pretty bad. Gonna go to Minnesota and Michigan and visit relatives I've never met. Well, that sounds fun. Gotta go with your way this summer. Yeah, that's one of the things is I'm like out of the way for a lot of people. 99 cents a gallon. I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember when I first started driving, man, you're right. It went down to like 85 cents a gallon. And you could joyride. You could just like throw a couple bucks in the tank and joyride around, you know. And you think about that, you know, if your car getting 20 miles to the gallon, you could drive 40 miles on $2. 40, 50 miles on, you know, $2.50. Nowadays you're spending like $20 to do that, and it's like, just to drive? A couple bucks is one thing, but sheesh. The L train, no, we were always gonna do that. We had a list of things that we were gonna do in Chicago. The girl I was spending time with at the time, we went up there. We were gonna do some more things, like we were gonna ride in a cab. Like that's exciting, you know. But we never did it. Yeah, $5 would last all week. Exactly, dude. Nowadays, I mean, it's like putting 20 bucks in your car. It's like, sheesh. Or, well, more like 10, but still, it adds up quick. It does. It burns off quick, too. Especially when you got a heavy foot. So what are you doing today? Speaking of which, I think I'm going to work on the old car Motron a little bit and give it a tune-up. Needs a little love and tenderness. Already got my exercise in. I'm going to lift some weights, do a little powerlifting, but, you know, I got my my taekwondo, my practice in this morning. I got taekwondo tonight, but I got the practice in this morning because I've been trying to get caught up on everything, and in order to remember it all, I gotta practice. So I'll whip out my forms in like 10-20 minutes, just do them all real quick, not real forceful and stuff like I'm there, but that way I can remember the moves and all that kind of stuff. And then when I'm there, I go into like board break mode. Did I tell you that? I made a board holding jig to hold some boards so I can break them. Broke some boards by punching them, broke some boards by kicking them. It's fun. The only sucky thing is with the price, I mean, we're talking about prices. The price of wood is so high. My morning wood makes me feel like a millionaire. And the price of like a board breaking board, $3. Yeah, $3. Yep. And it's actually getting worse too. Like that was at Menards where I got the low grade board. But then I went to Lowe's and I was digging around in their discount lumber pile to try and get some stuff for a thing I'm doing for these cabinets. And, you know, they were closer anyway, so I'm like, well, we'll just go to the discount pile. It's 50% off. $28 for the board. I wound up paying $14.40 or $14.25 for this 8-foot board, which $14.25 divided by 8, that's $1.78 a board. $1.78. Yeah. $1.78. Yeah. Now it's up to $3.50. Huh. Actually, balsa wood's pretty strong. It's just really lightweight. No, it's pine. 4x8s, right? No, it's a 1x12, and it's 8 foot long. Now you get 1x12 pine, and it's the equivalent of breaking a rib. So that's a thing. But actually, you don't practice on punching people in the chest. You're supposed to punch below the bones, in the stomach area, but not in the intestine area. You punch right on the diaphragm, knock the wind out of somebody. You punch them hard enough, you knock the wind out of them, they can't fight. The idea with martial arts isn't to kill or, maim your opponent. The idea is to subdue the opponent so that you can detain them and, not get hurt yourself, and other people won't get hurt, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of nice like that. Don't hurt your hands on the bones. No, man, come on. I'm punching boards. I'm doing knuckle push-ups on concrete. These things are like concrete, man. I don't hurt these. It's so that, like, if you punch somebody in the chest, it hurts them. Ouch, my chest. But if they're angry, they ain't gonna say ouch. They're gonna say "Rrr." But if you punch them in the diaphragm and knock the wind out of them, they'll go and double over. That's how you detain somebody. That's how you stop them. Put them out of commission. There you go. Because a lot of fights are, you're fighting somebody who's drunk or crazy. And it could be somebody you care about. Might not care about them in the moment, but, you care about them. So that's a lot of what that's about. Yeah, losing your wind, yeah. Because then your brain shuts down and your muscles shut down, and that's pretty much leaving you vulnerable. That's the idea. That's a middle area punch. There's a lot of different, strikes and stuff. I mean, you can hit somebody in the neck, in the artery, a ridge hand strike, to the neck, and that'll actually, like, push their blood in both directions, which will affect their brain and their heart and their breathing and their blood flow. And so, that's another thing. And you can strike somebody in the throat, but, a lot of that's a little slower than just knocking the wind out of them. And like I say, breaking boards with your hand, you can break somebody's rib, but that's just going to hurt. You knock the wind out of them, you can take them down. And that's the idea with that. Oh yeah, what are you doing today? Haven't seen Jeanette. Yeah, I saw Jeanette a few streams ago. I hope she's doing alright. I miss her. Jamie stopped by a couple days ago. Colette was here last night. I was talking to her about some opal. Maybe getting back into martial arts. Super lazy, need to exercise, find it hard to motivate. Oh, that's another thing, Growmiez, is that, like, at first, getting back into it, I was so sore, man, because I was pushing myself really hard. I mean, really hard. And, I mean, for the first couple weeks, after every practice, I was like, why am I doing this? But now, it feels great. It feels amazing, man. It's like it's part of my week, and I really look forward to it. I enjoy it. So I think you should. I think you'd really enjoy it. I think it'd be good for you. Interesting to catch my attention. I think I might be more inclined to exercise regularly. Well, that's another thing is motivation. I mean, and I have my days too where I'm like, I don't want to get up and do stuff. But then I get up and do it, and I'm glad I did. I got an unboxing I did for Colette, so that was another thing. I was like, man, it's the end of the day. I'm tired. I don't want to do this. And I did it. I wound up shooting the footage, getting it, editing it, putting it together. It's ready to upload. I feel good because I got one in the chamber. And, you know, I've got a couple of Why'd I Buy That chunks that I chunked out. So I'm going to make a playlist of Why'd I Buy That. I don't know if you noticed or not, but my main chan is over 1,000 subscribers. Yeah. And so in order to get up to my 4,000 watch hours, I was going to do like a 24-hour stream where I just play the gem videos. And then the audio background will be doing my stand-up. And so I was actually thinking about trying to make a stand-up special. And it'll just be me, and then I'll edit in some laugh track, right? And so I'm going to get a brick background. I already got a microphone, which I should use during the show, you know, for the joke portion. And I'm going to, you know, use the microphone and the brick background and have like a 1-hour special. So what I've been doing is I've got all my jokes, my 1,600 jokes. I reduced them down. I got them boiled down to about. I got them boiled down to the best ones. And there's over 570, and I've got another 100 jokes on top of that since then. So I'm up to like 600 something jokes, 650 jokes. And so I'm trying to boil those down into categories. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put notes on the wall, so I don't have to hold the notes. I'll just have them up there. Excuse me, and I'll stand there and I'll talk into the microphone, and I'll go through all my jokes and stuff, and I should have about 45 minutes to an hour of decent material, and it'll be my first full comedy special. And then I was thinking about different things to call it. What am I going to call my special? You know, I could call it Happy Jokes, or I could call it Let's Do a Line, you know, for one-liners. Or I could call it Clean Lines, or Let's Clean Up a Line, something like that. I don't know. Still thinking about that, chewing on that. What am I going to call my first comedy special? So we'll see how that does. Ought to have better audio than my 5-minute set that you just saw a clip of. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, and we'll get out there and I'll work on my car and get some fresh air so I stop yawning. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, man. Or maybe later tonight. I don't know. We'll see if I have the time and energy. We're going to try and make it happen. I got this piece of topaz I'm gonna work on, so let's see if I can get to that too. And talk a little more. It's good to see you. Have a great day, man.